Good Wednesday. Hump Day Wednesday. Today day.
Day. Do. Day. And happy New.
Who invited her? Who invited her?
Probably the same person that put that thing on the couch. I know you guys are seeing this thing that's right behind us. Why don't you share with them what's
you
going
guys
on?
Want to know what's going to happen on this? Do you guys want to know what's going to happen on this?
Well,
I will tell you what's going to happen on this. Your future education and how to dominate your Xendurance business.
okay, what about it?
On here, I present to you
Wow.
I present to you new.
The electronic whiteboard. And I think the babies are here.
The electronic whiteboard. It is true magic. We'll just leave that there.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Imagine electronic graphs, all the things. Okay, so today we're talking about awkward MLM peeps.
Yeah, you guys ever ran in one of those awkward MLM people?
Hi, Callie. It's a Compound Show.
I want you to buy my products. Whoa, lady. Whoa.
And how to not be one of those people.
And how to not come off that way. So, then.
And you know what, too? Like at the beginning of MLM, you might come off that way. And that's just the reality of it. But
yeah, look.
that doesn't mean that you can't move away from it. You know what? At least you're taking action. If you feel like you're one of those, then you need to make a commitment to ask yourself, okay, well, or to find out, what do I need to do in order to move away from that? Because it probably hasn't produced, you know, the results that you're looking for so far. However, everybody has to start somewhere. So, you know, Teresa Snyder, like if you're like, I'm feeling this way, then you know what? For one, I applaud you for having the courage to just, you know, be presented as the awkward one. But, you know, like when you're a pro, you're never perceived as that. I mean, Shay, you know what? Like, look, there's naysayers, there's haters, and, you know, like some people may talk shit and that's okay. But, you know, nobody who's ever achieved like anything remarkable has achieved it because they were awkward.
And nobody who's ever achieved anything remarkable will ever have any hatred towards what you're doing in a destructive way.
Yep.
Nobody will ever, anybody who's truly achieved success doesn't focus on what other people are doing that they don't like. They focus on winning. Winners focus on what they are doing. Losers focus on what winner is doing. Winners focus on what they are doing, and the loser focuses on what the winner is doing.
And how they could do it better. Talking about it instead of being about it.
Everybody's going to make mistakes. Everybody's going to make some mistakes and somebody's always going to have something to say about it. But when you're a good person, when you have good integrity, when your intentions are pure and you're out to help as people, I mean, for us, it's as many people as absolutely humanly possible. But when you're out to help other people, you can't lose. You go to bed every night with a clear conscience. And so, eventually, no matter what somebody has to say, you're doing right by society. So end of story. But anyways, it's, I always think back to the old neighbors that we had and how much attention they focused on trying to bring us down. And I just kept thinking to myself, if you transferred the energy and the time and the stress that you are using to try to bring us down, and you used that to try to bring yourself up, what would happen? Stop focusing on what other people are doing that you disagree with. This is totally not even today's topic, but it goes hand in hand. If you disagree with somebody, what they're doing, how they're doing it, what they're saying, what they said, who they're hanging out with, what their life choices are, you don't need to go and let them know. You can think it to yourself and you can say, okay, cool. Like, I hope they learn. I hope they, whatever. And then focus on you. Focus on doing what you're doing the best that you can do it. And you will be much happier. But anyways, in regards to feeling like the awkward MLM person and how to overcome that, all has to do with communication.
Yeah, and I would say that there's different levels to it depending on where you're at. Now, you go to Erin's church and then I'll add my piece or a few.
Who wants to come to church?
On a Wednesday.
I can hear the bells. Can't you hear them? I don't know. Okay, so I mean, like Sarit said, at some point in the beginning or for some period of time in the beginning, you're going to feel like the awkward MLM person. The reason I believe that is because it's new to you. And anything that we do new for the first time is awkward, period.
Yep.
You ever try
squats for the first time is very awkward.
You ever try to hit a ball off the tee ball? And you just spin in a circle? The bat goes flying. It's awkward. You ever try to hopscotch for the first time?
For the 12
years. You ever try to jump rope as an adult for the first time? It's fucking awkward. So anyways, anything that you do for the first time is going to be awkward, but everything is hard until it's not. Write it down. Everything is hard until it's not. If I was using the whiteboard, I would totally write that on the whiteboard right now. So practice is what gets you out of awkward stage. Mm-hmm. But what are we practicing? Mm-hmm. We're practicing communication skills. We're tapping into the authenticity that is my belief in how amazing the thing is that I'm selling. And yes, you are selling it. You are selling it. Selling is exchanging currency for solution. Exchanging currency for solution. Sale. Now, if you are truly in belief of what it is that you're selling, it just takes practice in tapping into that and just like, what's the word when you're like all filled with it? When you're immersed. And there's another word too. When you are
drinking the Kool-Aid,
your whole aura is just like so convicted that this thing is a solution to this problem or that problem or that problem. You have joint pain. Here's a solution, joint 4 and omega D3 to your joint pain problem. Here's a solution. I truly believe in it. Have you heard about it? Do you want to know more information? There's a difference between, have you heard about this thing and do you want more information? It's helped me and it's helped, and I know it can help you, versus you should buy this. So we practice the communication and we get better at it. I let you go.
So, it depends on the stage that you're in, because just like with weight loss, just like with body composition, the farther you go, the thinner the air gets and the better you're going to have to be. At the beginning, all you have to do is commit to just start talking about it. Commit to being awkward. Literally commit to being awkward, commit to sounding awkward, commit to, having naysayers say, what is this thing that you're doing? Are you a part of this pyramid thing or whatever?
And those people oftentimes have just had a bad experience.
Yeah. But either way, you need to just start. Okay. Now, when you're just starting, and we talked about it on another episode, do yourself a favor to save yourself the time and the energy and only start something that you're authentic about. Because if you're just starting something, let's say for the money, but you really don't believe in it whatsoever, then you will forever sound awkward. You will forever sound awkward. Because here's the thing too, how you buy is how you sell. And if you don't take the stuff, if you're not, and Tiffany said it, if you're not a representation of the impact of whatever it is that you're selling, then guess what? Nobody is going to believe you. Would you guys listen to our show or be a part of our community if we were to preach health, wellness, mindfulness, if we were,
posting on our Instagram, us partying and eating donuts and
and definitely not looking the part? Probably not. That's just the reality of it. That's how humans react from an instinctual level. Because at the beginning, let's say you may know the person. If you're starting out with MLM, all you want to start with are the people that you actually know. Okay. To get the peanut butter out of your mouth, at least with people that you have some kind of relationship. But, when it comes to people that you've never seen before, when you saw us for the first time, you didn't know who you were, right? But, your instincts make a judgment first, whether you like it or not. You're like, who is this crazy girl? Oh, she looks kind of fit. Let me hear what she has to say. Oh, she's kind of funny too. And I see this flag in the back. Okay, cool. Right. So you're like, you know what? I'm not sure, but says this thing is for free. So let me just click on it. Right. And then you enter our community and you're like, whoa, there's these things happening and this and that and impact, blah, 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 blah. Right. And, maybe it freaks you out a little bit. Maybe it gets you fired up, maybe a little bit of both, but you see us 5 days a week. You hear what we have to say. We add value through education. And you're like, you know what? I really like these girls. Sometimes we may piss you off because it's our duty and obligation to speak the truth.
We are not the ones pissing people off, by the way. The truth is what pisses people off. It's because it hurts.
Delivered from us.
It hurts the ego.
Yeah.
When you're like, shit.
But either way, you have to be authentic. So that is your step one, to just start with authenticity. Because you know what? When you have no skills, Tiffany, you're a great example. When you started with no skills, whatever it is that you said that took away the awkwardness was, I've taken blah, 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 and it helped me with blah, blah, blah. You can't fake that shit, dude. You cannot. But everything that you say before and after could sound awkward. Yes, it can, because there are skills that go into it to take away the awkwardness. Okay, that's just the reality of it. So, as long as you're authentic, all you have to do is just start. That is your step one. For any of you guys who are on this Team XND thing, if you're a starter, all you have to do is, number one, you got to make sure that you're getting the products on a regular basis, because then you're not being authentic. Okay. And then, just start. Talk to your mom about it. Talk to your aunt about it. You want to start by talking to people that you know. Okay, because if you sound like a fool in front of somebody that you know, then they're going to tell you, you sound like a fool. What is this thing that you're trying to do with me?
Actually,
so then you can tell them the truth. You know,
you should tell everybody the truth. But the reality is your family usually is actually, okay, so it's what Eric Worre calls a hot audience. Hot. You have a cold audience. That's how most of you came into our community. You had no idea who we were at first. You had never heard about us. Who the fuck's Erin Sarit? I can't even pronounce the one girl's name. Sarit? You know what I'm talking about. And you're like, okay, that's cold audience. Warm audience. You guys are warm. You know who we are. You've heard us. You've talked to us. You whatever. Hot audience is somebody who knows you and is so close to you that there's almost more of a skepticism when you start doing something new. When you started your weight loss journey, how many people that were really close to you started questioning what you were doing or wondering if you were going to succeed or, oh, another thing, or kind of naysaying you. Mm-hmm. Sometimes your family is the hardest because they are so close to you. But would you call, I want to see in the chat, would you call Sarit and I salespeople by whatever your idea of a salesperson is? I ask because I saw this. People don't trust salespeople, MLM or not. You have to push past it. If you believe you can help people, you can, which I totally agree with. But I'd like to know, do you think that we are salespeople? And before I go anywhere with that, I'm going to wait for you guys to actually respond. You know, sales is, okay, so we have a no, not salespeople at all. No, no, no. I don't see you ladies as salespeople. You are earlier people.
What is that?
I don't know what that means. Okay, we got a yes. You are promoting something you believe in. Okay. Yes, you sell to us every day. You are always selling or being sold on something. Yes, and you're very good at it. Yes, we are all salespeople. Yes, yes, you are salespeople on a mission to change the world for the better. Authentic salespeople. I am a salesman, apparently. You are a helper of people. Oh, helper. Exchange product for currency. I see the sales pitches, but I love them. Why do you love them, Daisy? Why do you love them? People hate salespeople. Why do you love the sales pitches? Why do you love it? We're all salespeople. Yes, and take my money. Look, when you are good at selling, this is the response you get. Because why? There's a difference between an amateur salesperson and a professional salesperson. And the professional salesperson is the one that can sell to people without them feeling like they're being sold to.
Without it feeling awkward.
Without it feeling dirty and sandy and gritty and forced and pushed, and
with the person almost expecting it, but also curious at the same time. So thank you for bringing that up, because now you're setting up the stage for the next point.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
If you don't sell, how can you expect you to be sold on yourself? Because you are the first person you have to sell. You have to sell you on you. Or else nobody else is going to be sold on you, and that's trust. Mm-hmm. This is why we do a lot of things with weight loss and confidence and the restructuring of, how your mind functions and the perspective in which you see things. Mm-hmm. Look, it's the truth, says, I got your email, dude. I got to read it later though. I haven't read it yet. Anyways, you don't hide that you're selling. You're like, buy this shit for me because it's good. Here's the thing is that when you have something good and you don't share with people, you're butthead. You are disservicing them. You're
Guys.
a real butthead. If you were my brother and we were kids, I would call you a penis wrinkle.
Ew. What's the movie with Cameron Diaz and
Oh gosh.
What was the thing that they call? Anyways, that's
we're literally selling you guys right now on the fact that we're all salespeople.
Yep.
Sales doesn't have to mean that I've exchanged currency for a product or a service or whatever. Selling is being convinced of something to the degree in which you're willing to take an action on it. Right? So we're selling you right now on the fact that whether you like it or not, you are either selling something or you're being sold something.
You guys, you know what we sell you on every single day? Like, if you really think about it, we sell you on you. And we sell you on your ability to be successful through our products and services. How many of you guys, like especially those of you guys who are, you know, working with a coach, either in an inner circle UTA or raw transformation, like one of the biggest things that have made our program so impactful was the fact that, you know, numerous people say it's because my coach believed in me before I did. This is your coach selling you on you.
It's the greatest thing in the world.
And let me tell you something about any transformation. It cannot be achieved if somebody is not selling you on you. Until somebody walked into my life and sold me on myself, I had all these negative thoughts about myself. The thoughts that, you know, people called me in the past that got into my subconscious, all these things, right? So let's move on to the next part because that's very much in alignment with that. So considering the fact that you're authentic and you're like, okay, like I signed up to do this thing, I'm going to go talk to my mom today.
Which we believe you all are. You all are great people. You all mean
absolutely.
well. You all want to help people. That's why you're here. We've heard it from all of you. You want to help people. That's the most amazing thing. That's all you need to portray. And the transparency.
And I truly believe that with the exception of the rare few, most people want to really just help people. It's like if you ask somebody, why do you do what you do? Because I want to help people. Okay. So, you know, the next couple of parts are a little bit more mechanical. And the first part is money mindset. The reason why, if you feel awkward during a conversation is, I'll just tell you this, is because your money mindset needs some work. Just like, you know, before you came to this community, your mindset with regards to all things habits and yourself was, you know, misconstrued. Is that the right word? Not the right one.
It's kind of off track.
Or skewed.
Not aligned.
The same thing with your money. And here's the thing, you guys. Unless you go out of the way to take specific courses which are not taught in college, you will not find it in business class or economics class, because most professors have a terrible money mindset. If somebody is just okay with a salary and no way of continuing to reach beyond that, then I will tell you that your money mindset could definitely use some work.
There's good people and there's bad people.
Mm-hmm.
They come in the form of, I don't even like this. The term salesperson is like, we literally are all salespeople. Kids are the best ones, I'm convinced. Listen to how they convince you and you can learn a lot from them. Anyways, there's good people and there's bad people. Every religion, every color, every size, every shape, every part of the country, every
sex, sexual orientation, age, whatever you want to call it.
There's good people and there's bad people.
There's good dogs and there's bad dogs.
So, you know, it's just that regardless of, you know, what somebody's religious beliefs are, regardless of what, you know, how they grew up, where they grew up, There's good people and there's bad people. Look at what the person is doing in life and how they're helping people or helping. No matter what, you're helping people. You're either you're trying to help other people or you're only helping yourself, people. You're only helping your own person, right? So you all want to help people. So that's step one, which is great.
Yeah.
Now,
so, money mindset. And in order for you to fix your money mindset, it requires, just a lot of education and a lot of financial awareness. And financial awareness will come from education. And Teresa Snyder, I saw that you asked, how do I start working on my money mindset? If you're really interested in working on your money mindset, then you should definitely consider joining our accelerator group, because that's one of the things that we go over there.
I don't.
So, money mindset is a huge factor. And I'll tell you that with the exception that you're constantly working on your money mindset, and you have put habits into play to move yourself away from that, your money mindset is skewed. Simply because we live in a society that teaches our subconscious scarcity. You see it in the elections. That's why people don't ever talk about politics. And if they do, people get mad. Why? Because it's either one or the other. Okay. We see it when we go to the store.
Buy 4, get 1 free.
Yeah.
Deal ending.
Only buy when things are in sale, or,
this week only.
Yeah, or thinking that money is going to run away.
Time is running out.
To run out. You guys, we live on an abundant planet. Just look around you. The amount of energy that's around you, the amount of money that's around you. But money flows to problem solvers.
And the bigger the problem.
However, it all starts with your money mindset. Because we're going to talk about the mechanics in just a second. But if your money mindset is not right, then you are for sure setting the wrong targets. So it's like when you're getting on the radio and you're like, I just want to listen to some pop today, but you're running on this stream that only gives you hip hop channels. If you set the wrong targets, you're always going to get the wrong results. So if your mindset is skewed, it doesn't matter what target you set. It's never going to be the right one. Okay, so your money mindset sets the tone for everything that's around you. Just like with, everything that we go over in our other weight loss programs. It all starts and it all ends with mindset. How are you eating? How are you training? How often are you doing these things? It all goes back to one thing, and it's called mindset. Okay, so just bringing that to your guys' attention. You got to work on your money mindset daily. Otherwise, you're living in scarcity mode. It's just the reality of it. Now, let's get to the more mechanical stuff.
Rhonda asks if the accelerator is part of the inner circle. It's 2 different programs.
Nope.
2 different programs. So the accelerator is not something that we've talked about a whole lot. It's actually our newest program as of about 6 months ago. Yeah. Maybe not 6 months ago. Feels like that. But that's very much more like it goes deeper and beyond the inner circle.
Money mindset,
personal
marketing,
finance,
sales, and scaling. Okay, so like if you're an entrepreneur, if any of these things are important to you, then you need to join the accelerator program. You just need to, because you don't know what you don't know. But if you want more information or you want to talk about it, just go ahead and either message Erin or email admin@erinsarit.com, and we can definitely talk more about that. Other than that, look, dude, like you need training and you need strategy. Like, how does somebody get fit? Got to train.
But then not even get fit, because it's about the consistency. How do I get consistent? I practice. How do I practice? I put in the reps.
Right. Training is basically what I mean, practice.
I just wanted to elaborate, but it's putting in the reps. It's having the conversations. It's sometimes talking to yourself in the mirror,
or recording yourself
and then listening to it.
Yeah.
So,
do you think that if you spoke to like your phone 1,000 times, telling your phone the pitch, you will sound more authentic on your thousandth time versus your first time? Reps matter, frequency matters, you guys. Consistency is key, but you need to have strategy when you go into that frequency. Just like somebody can say, oh, like, I want legs like Erin, and then they go and they put in the reps every single day by going for a 5-mile run.
The wrong reps.
You're training, but exactly, you're
reps.
training on the wrong reps. So you need to have the right strategy, and then you need to execute with a high level of frequency.
Sure.
What are those strategies?
So I don't know what you have, but it would be great to give them some, like, hey, what are some good reps? What are some good strategies to begin putting in if you're in this like brand new position, to where you can begin to feel less awkward in conversations?
Yeah, well, it all depends on who are you talking to and what problem are you trying to solve, because it really would look different for everybody. And that's why when you're getting that copy paste message from somebody on Facebook, you can tell in a second, you're like, this is not for me. You're like, they obviously don't know anything about me, right? And that's where authenticity comes in.
Yeah. I don't remember what I was going to say.
But basically, look, dude, you need to just have conversations with people, and you need to know the product, and you need to learn to ask questions that will help you to see is there an opportunity, in the sense that, does this person need my help? If so, then you need to practice your pitch. And, based on that problem that needs to be solved, what can you offer to them that can help them to solve this problem? And then features and benefits. For example, if you're into health and wellness, you need to take the essential. Why? Because it reduces oxidative stress by 39%. And oxidative stress is what makes your cells sick. So if you want to increase your lifespan, because longevity is important to you, then the essential will help you to do just that.
But Sarit, I'm brand new and I don't know everything about all the products and the science and like what exactly, how they work the way they work. So, while I'm learning that, how do I talk about it?
You need to write down what are you experiencing, and you need to take time. You need to take time to educate yourself on the products.
You need to take time to educate yourself on the products, but I would also say facts tell, stories sell.
Yep.
You all have a story. You have a story. Tiffany, your mom, mother-in-law. In pain, toots, in pain all the time. What'd she start taking and what happened? Do you know how many people can relate to, I wake up every single day in pain and I started taking joint 4 and omega plus D3, and now I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like a whole new person? Who can relate to that? Like, who wakes up? The person who wakes up or constantly like suffers from low back pain or knee pain or joint pain or something like that, hears that this person was experiencing that too, and they started taking these things and now they're not. They'd be like, oh my God, maybe it will work for me. It's just a story. You didn't say, yeah, well, the glucosamine and the chondroitin and the MSM and the boswellia, is going to reduce inflammation and, the bioavailability of the most mercury free anchovies off the coast of Chile. Like, you don't need to know all of that. You just need to know, where was I, or where was my friend, or where was my mom, or where was my brother, or where was my coworker? What did they start doing or taking? And what happened? 1, 2, 3.
I always tell your story with regards to the joint about your back surgery.
Yeah. I did a little jig straight out of the hospital.
And that's why you need to take the products. You need to take the products, because if you don't have a story, it's going to sound inauthentic.
Yeah.
But, if you're in a coaching position or a position of leadership where somebody is respecting you because, they've either seen your transformation, like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? What are you taking? Then you can totally hit the angle of educate on some facts, because you're already in a leadership position.
You do want to take the time to learn some of the key talking points about stuff, because there are people, like, when you can give a little bit more information, it just builds a little bit more trust, assuming the information is accurate and you're a trustworthy person.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to build more trust. And then that person's going to have an easier time saying, hey, you know what, maybe I should try this. So, it is good to learn some of those things, but you do not need to know, like, how black pepper helps with the absorption of whatever antioxidants that's in the essential. You don't need to, like, understand that, because most people are not going to care anyways about scientific terminology. They're going to care about, what do I understand and how can I relate to it? And can I see myself in the scenario in which it helps me? So that's like step one, is like, how do I communicate about this in a way that somebody can relate to, that explains a real life story? Don't make up some stories, but a real story. If you don't have any stories, talk to some people who have some stories and use their stories. But if you're taking the product, chances are you have some of your own stories. You might just need to, like, dig them out. Sometimes it's hard for us to be like, I don't have a story. What's my story? I'm not special.
And sometimes you may have an amazing story, but if you haven't put in the reps, if somebody is like, oh, like, I see you taking these stuff, why should I take it? And if you haven't put in the reps, when they ask you, you're going to be like,
because it's good.
Yeah. Your heart starts racing, like you can't breathe. It sounds like you're joking. And we're saying all these things, look like we get it. Like we haven't, like, you were seeing us like 3 years into, like, us hyperly, like, pursuing our skills every single day. Because when we made the commitment to leave our comfortable jobs for the sake of do or die, it's like, you have one choice. So you better learn fucking fast, and you better fail fucking fast. And when you fail fucking fast, you better learn even faster.
Fucking faster.
It's the truth.
But you do, as assuming you take away the lessons from the failures. Don't just fail because you're like, I feel like falling on my face today. But extract the lessons from each failure. That's why when we say fail fast, put in as many reps as possible. So you know you're going to fail. Anything worth doing is worth doing awkwardly at first.
Yep.
Anything worth doing is worth doing bad at first. Okay? It's not going to kill anybody. So we're good. But the more reps you put in and the more failures you have, the more opportunities you have to learn how to not fail and how to be more successful in the next time.
Mm-hmm. And that's the power of mentorship too. Like, I'll tell you this from the very beginning in anything. And I don't know if it's because both you and I were athletes and we valued what a coach is, like, throughout the entire journey, like, not one, not two,
not three,
a few.
Not 4.
A few. We always have a mentor. Always. You don't want to go through it alone, because when you get knocked down and you fail, which is going to happen, if you want to move away from it, you have to persist. So for one, you need somebody to hold you accountable. For two, you need somebody who's been there and done that to reel back in with a strategy when shit goes sideways, in the case that it does.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go through it alone.
Mm-hmm. By the way, the anchovies off the coast of Chile is a real thing.
It is a real thing.
The coldest, least amount of mercury.
Cold water with the least amount of mercury. Yeah.
There's one of the greatest things, if you know anything about Xendurance as a company, maybe you're in a different MLM and that's totally fine. Learn something that really, truly amazes you about the company itself. You got to be sold on the company. You got to be sold on yourself, and you got to be sold on the product you're selling. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3. You, the company, the products. When you have that, you can communicate. Though you may fail, you can get better. And you will be successful as long as you keep trying. Now, one thing that I love about Xendurance that I know, and everybody should know as long as you're in that organization, is that this company has the most amount of integrity and intentionality in where they get their ingredients, why they get it from there, how much of each ingredient, what is the portion size of each ingredient, or the amount of each ingredient that they put into the products, and how each ingredient works with one another, and how they can get the most amount of the product absorbed in your body and not pissed or shit out into the toilet. Mm-hmm. Because they want your money to be worth it. That is one of the greatest things I think about Xendurance, is simply that they are so intentional with how they structure and how they manufacture their products for the best benefit of the consumer.
Mm-hmm. Fran asks, what's your best response when someone wants to know the price and thinks you should know the price of what you're selling? I want to just refer them to the website, but feels like you lose credibility.
I don't know the prices of everything. Mm-mm. I don't know the prices. If somebody asked me, Fran, okay, how's the price coming up? If somebody's like, hey, how much is something? I know the about prices.
Yeah.
And if I don't, I just say I think it's around $30. I could be wrong and I can get back to you, but I think it's around that. And if they ask, why don't you know the prices? You're like, because I don't care what the price is, because the shit works and I'm going to get it anyways. That's why I don't know the prices, because I don't care. I'm like, it's going to work. I'm going to get it. So I don't pay attention to the price of the thing. That's why I don't know it. So if somebody asks me, that would be my legitimate answer.
Yep.
Because I don't look. I say, I need this. I need that. Actually, I look when we have bonus bucks. I'm like, oh, do we have enough bonus bucks for the thing? So then I look. So I know about Immune Boost is like $50, I think. I think the Omegas are like 30 or 20 something.
And I think like 35.
I think I looked at the Essential. It's like mid 40s.
Look, speaking about money mindset, you guys, price should never determine whether you purchase something or not. And if it is, then I'm telling you that you need to improve your strategy and your money mindset, because price is only an issue in the absence of value. However, if you don't have any inflow, then you don't have the wherewithal and you're denying yourself of opportunities. And that's why you need to work on all these things. You need to take action. That's number one. Inaction is not going to get you anywhere. And that's the society we live in. Mindset, money mindset, you got to work on it. And then you got to have training and strategy. You need to have all of them. If you want to reach anywhere that's halfway remarkable. If you want to get one sale here, one sale there, then just with a little bit of action and authenticity, you'll be able to do it. But if you want
persistence.
But if you want to reach above all-star consistently, then you need money mindset, you need training, and you need strategy. There's no doubt about it. And you guys, that being said, I'm going to shamelessly plug in the accelerator once again. Like, if anybody is like, my goal is to reach above an all-star, then I tell you that you need to join our accelerator program, because we're going over money mindset, where we're doing, marketing and sales training, and we're going over strategy.
It's $5,000 for 1 year.
Yep.
It's $12,000 if you want one-on-one calls every month.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
And the goal is for you to get that return
times
in what
100.
in what you learn, in what you practice, and what accumulates then over that time.
Yeah.
So there was something else I was thinking about too. Oh, with the price of Xendurance, I've had people tell me like, okay, well, how much is the protein? 50 or 60?
I think the protein is like 65.
$65 retail for 1 month. If it's 20 servings, I think, because it's assuming you're taking it on the days that you work out. And most people are not working out 7 days a week. So that's why there's 20 servings, in case you were wondering. But, I've had people say, why would I pay $65 for this protein for 1 month when I can go buy 5 pounds for $45? And I'm like, well, do you want, I like to ask for permission. Like, do you want the honest truth, or do you want me to tell you what you want to hear? Oh, of course I want the honest truth. Okay, good. I would hope so. The honest truth is because you're going to shit out 25 of your $45. And on this one, you won't. So which one is actually more beneficial?
Yeah, it's like getting, organic free range chicken versus mass produced Tyson chicken.
Because you're
costs more. Okay, great. Well, how much is your life worth?
Because with that $45 5 pounds of protein, you're actually compromising your hormonal balance. You're putting chemical product into your body, and you're not going to absorb nearly as much as what you will absorb here. That's why the price difference. I explained to my mom, very frugal. Very frugal. I love you, Mom, if you ever watch this. But it's the truth. We can agree that you were taking Costco fish oil. And I said, okay, let me see the back of it, because I want to see the potency. I want to see how much, what are you getting? And I'm comparing, and she's like, this one is like $16 and this one's like $30. I'm like, okay, cool. So double. All right, double the amount. Got it. Not even 30. The omegas are like 20 something. But let's say it's double the amount. Okay. To your Costco, you would need to take 12 of these capsules to match 2 of the Xendurance capsules. So if you need this much, then you need to be taking 6 of these in the morning and 6 of these at night, which is not only terrible to just do as an action, but also you're running out of this much faster than this one. So which one is actually cheaper? And then she was sold. And my mom has purchased Xendurance products from that day every single month forward for her and my dad and my younger brother. And it is several $100s a month. So just the way, the perspective that you see it in can handle the price objection.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal, the 12K one does not come with the inner circle. That was a very special offer we made at ENS Live.
Mm-hmm. Not valid anymore.
Just so everybody is clear.
Yeah. You guys, we hope that you found value from today's conversation, whether you are a member of Team XND or whether you're pursuing another MLM, or heck, if you are actively selling anything of any kind, we hope that you found value from today's conversation. We're going to keep showing up for you each and every single day. Why? Because, well, we are on a mission to transform the lives of millions through the same movement, nutrition, lifestyle, and financial habits that have transformed ours. We thank you guys for joining us today. We are super grateful for you just sharing this show and tuning in. So, for anybody that who's currently in your life, hey, maybe it's one of your Team XND prospects. Just share it with them.
Just share this
because
episode.
You know what? They're going to laugh and appreciate it.
Okay. All of your XND prospects, you need to share this with. It is your duty and obligation. And here's a message I have for them. Hi, prospect. Welcome. You are the luckiest person in the world right now that whoever shared this video with you shared it with you. You are sitting on top of a gold mine, the most amazing opportunity and product. Hands down, I hope you have been able to see throughout this episode how serious we are, how authentic we are, how convicted we are in our belief that this is the best in the world. So now go back to them and do yourself the biggest favor you can do and say, I'm ready. Sign me up. What would you recommend I get? Okay.
That was easy.
Now you got to share it with them. They're going to see that. Okay.
No, that was a value add.
And everybody wins. Everybody wins. Listen, hi prospect. Again, it's me, Erin. You win. Yes, they win. Yes, it's an MLM. Yes, there's commission involved. Everything in life has a commission. If I give Sarit a kiss on the forehead and it makes her feel good and that feel good makes me feel good, I have just earned a commission of feeling good because I did a good thing for my wife.
Yep.
Commission doesn't all come in the form of money. But in this case,
weight loss is a commission for you being consistent.
And when you take Xendurance, your commission is a better quality of life. So do yourself a favor and jump on it. Jump on it. Jump on it. So anyways, that's today's episode. And prospect, hi, it's me again, Erin. When you have people who are like, what the heck are you all jazzed on? Tell them about it. And you can earn the commission too.
Yeah. And tell them about the ENS community while you're at it, because it ain't just the focus.
It's the circle of life.
And lastly, if you're on Team XND and you are really serious about becoming a better producer, then you should definitely consider the Accelerator program. For more information, or if you're just ready to commit, just go ahead and message Erin or go ahead and email admin@erinandsarit.com and we will go ahead and we'll take care of you guys.
Or if you've been chatting with somebody else on our team about it, you can talk to them too. Do it.
Yeah. I know that Crystal and
all right.
have talked to a few of you.
That's what we got today, guys.
And I have too.
Thanks for being here. And Callie says she loves you. And we hope you guys have an amazing Wednesday and go crush it today because you're awesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye.